So hi everyone, I am Salvie Penales, and today we are going to talk about the topic of free-falling object. So we know that a free-falling object is any object that is falling under the sole influence of gravity. Object that is falling under the sole influence of gravity will have an acceleration of 9.8 meter per second squared. And there are formulas associated with this topic. And these are the d equals v initial times time plus 1/2 acceleration times time squared. Second is the bf squared equals vi squared plus 2 multiplied by acceleration multiplied by the displacement. Next is the v final equals v initial plus a multiplied by the time. The symbols of these formulas are associated with different meanings, where d is the displacement, and the t stands for the time, the v with a subscript of f stands for the final velocity, and the v with a subscript of I stands for the initial velocity, and the a stands for the acceleration. To further understand the topic of a free-falling object, let us go into specifics. To the first example. So before anything else, this topic provides a problem-solving strategy in order to get what we need to find. The first thing is to identify what is the known variable. Next is to identify what is the unknown. Third is to pick a perfect equation that suits our example. And the last thing is to substitute the given variable. So let us proceed. Eva throws a ball upward at 23.4 meter per second. Determine the time it takes for the ball to reach its highest peak. So first is to identify what are the givens. So we know that the given are the v initial, with a v initial of 23.4 meter per second, and our final velocity is 0 meter per second, and we know that the acceleration due to gravity is 9.81 meter per second squared. So the perfect equation for this example is this: bf equals to initial velocity plus acceleration multiplied to time. So the next thing to do is to substitute the given. 0 initial velocity is 3.4 plus the acceleration of 9.81 times time. Add both sides by 9.81. So in order to do that, let us transpose the negative 23.4 ms to the left. So let us substitute the given variable. So 0 ms is equal to 23.4 ms plus 9.81 multiplied to our time. So in order to do that, to get our time, let us transpose the 23.4 to the left, making it to be negative. So negative 23.4 is equal to 9.81 times time is equal to 9.81 time. So in order to get our time, let us divide both sides by 9.81. Cancel, leaving it with a symbol of time t. So get the time, let us do the math. We have arrived at an answer of negative 2.39 seconds. For negative time, we have to change the negative into a positive sign, giving us an answer of 2.39 seconds. So 2.39 seconds it takes for the ball to reach its highest peak. Let us proceed to the next example. Eva throws a ball upward at 23.4 meters per second. Determine the distance of the ball above its initial position when it reaches the peak. So the same thing that we have done before. Let us identify what is the known. So the known values are the v final is equal to 0 meter per second. The initial velocity is 23.4 meter per second. And we know that the acceleration due to gravity is equal to 9.81 meter per second squared. So the perfect formula that we can use to this example is this. The Vf squared is equal to Vi squared plus 2 multiplied by the acceleration multiplied by the displacement. So the next thing to do is to substitute the given. 0 meter per second squared is equal to 23.4 meters per second squared multiplied by the power of 2 plus 2 multiplied by 9.81 multiplied by the displacement. So upon calculating these numbers, we have attained the result of 547.56 plus 19.62, getting the calculation of these two numbers times the displacement. So in order for us to get the displacement or the distance, we need to divide both sides by 19.62. So let us do the math. 547.56 divided by 19.62, we get the answer of negative 27.9. So since distance can be negative, so we need to change the negative sign into a positive one. So we have the answer of 27.9 meter.